Hey everyone! Welcome to Mindforked. I'm Akashi Chris. If you guys can tell me in the chat if my sound's okay, because I usually go for like 10 minutes and people will be like, we can't hear you. So I'm just checking in, make sure that everybody hears me. So welcome to Mindforked on this beautiful Sunday, November 27th. It is, and we're going through our post-Thanksgiving coma. Everybody ate too much. Everybody's probably really tired, and everybody just kind of wants to hang out today. And that's what we're here for. So on Mindforked, we've been going on a little journey. I'll say hi to everybody on the chat here in a minute. We've been going on a little journey. Obviously, I love ancients. Everybody knows that. So we did Göbekli Tepe. We did Pumapunku. We're going to be doing giants here soon. So it seems like the perfect time to talk about some basics. And that's where crystals comes in. Crystals are key to this whole thing. They're part of this puzzle. And I really want to know, what part do they play? So that's why we are here today. So before I start saying hi to the chatters, I'm not going to leave my friend backstage for too long. So let me go ahead and intro my darling Jaimie. So Jaimie, from that one time I was abducted by aliens, TOTIWABA verse, there's so many shows. She's on everything. This morning she was doing readings, with Chad. She's got Bobby's Scripted Corners. We got the probes coming up. She's just a really busy person, but luckily I got her before she's like too famous. She's been on documentaries too. It's insane that I actually get her and that I actually like to call her my daughter. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and add this girl in.
Hi, Mom.
Jamie!
Hey, everybody in the chat. Thank you. It was quite the intro. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm so excited.
I am so excited to be here.
Finally, this has finally happened.
I know.
We've talked about getting together for so long.
I know.
We were gonna go to Vernal, and then you couldn't come, and at some point I got to get over there because
I will say, me and you have this fantastic connection. We talk a lot behind the scenes. You don't see us on too many shows together, but like you are one of my best confidants in the world, who I go to, and I feel like you go to me too when you got stuff, and we definitely lean on each other's shoulders. So it's nice to be finally on your channel, Mom.
I know we've been friends for so long and been talking, and but never. I mean, we've been on screen together, but never one-on-one. Oh my God, there's so many people on chat I want to say hi to, so I'm gonna come say hi before
say hi to
we
everyone.
Introduce you, because I see a lot of my friends.
Hey, Tommy.
Friends. Let me go from the beginning. Friends. Hellfire Studios dropped by. He says he's gonna join today. Hi, Hellfire. Kisses. We got Chad, who did a great reading.
Chad, my little
great readings. And Jakey, who can forget?
Hi, Jakey.
Jakey. I don't know why I'm talking like this. And the Candy Gambino.
Hey, darling.
Matt, Second Star Survival. I told Jaimie you said hi.
I did.
Side too.
I did.
Yes. And of course, Jamie's here. Oh my God, Aaron Desario.
Aaron, I know. Hey, Aaron.
Moly.
I had drinks with Aaron in Vegas.
No. Did you
Yes,
really?
I did. Yeah, me, him, and Jaimie
remember.
McGowan all met up at the Tiki Room in Vegas, and we hung out for like 2-3 hours and had drinks and snacks, and we had a riot between the three of us. We called it
Oh
like
my
the
God.
mini UFO Congress, and we just met up and bullshitted and talked shit, and yeah, it was fun.
That that is so awesome. I remember
Mm-hmm.
my one of my first shows, I came in through UFO Jane slash UCR. So I remember Aaron from Discord, and I remember the
Mm-hmm.
chats, and it was such a there he is, Aaron, still here. I'm so excited. So glad you're here, Aaron.
He's such a
Sorry, let me
sweetheart.
get there's so many sweethearts in the community. We got
Dad's
Dirty
here.
Mike, your dad.
Hey,
Dad
Dad.
number two. I know he pointed out that you have two dads, like
I
my two
know.
dads,
But you know
him
what?
and
That's
Stuart. You
more
got too
dads
many
than I grew
dads.
up with because I grew up with zero. So look at me
You
now in my
see,
adulthood. I'm rich in fathers.
exactly. Oh my God. And my bestie over
Cassie.
here, Cassie. We are doing some cool stuff on Monday
I'm
night,
so
so
excited for
everybody
you.
better tune in. Oh my God, this is another really supportive person. Hectic Stargazer
Hi. Hi,
Cindy.
Cindy.
And the love of my life, Stuart's here.
Hi,
Hi,
Stu Stu.
honey. And daddy number two for you.
Yes.
My flock,
Hi,
Sarah, is
Sarah.
everywhere. And this is one of the
Love you,
places she's at
Sarah.
because
She's
she's
based.
everywhere.
Based
She
as
is
hell.
based. And Madam
Hey, Madam
Two
Two Swords, darling.
Swords. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna just keep going. We're just flowing with it, right?
We're
We're not
going.
in a hurry. Meg's
No.
Mysteries. She is so cool. I
Hi,
love you,
darling.
Meg. You're so sweet. Will, darling,
Hey,
nice to see
Gigi.
you here. I'm glad you're here. Brandon Priest. This is one of Ron's friends. Came from Cosmic Neighbors town.
Ooh, hello.
Hi,
We love Ron.
Brandon.
Ron's the
We
sweetest
love
angel in the
Ron.
whole
We're like
world.
Ron fan club over
Yeah.
here. Tommy
Hi, Tommy.
G. I'm so happy. Okay, so am I? I think I've got them all.
I think you've caught up. I
I
think you.
think I'm caught up. Okay,
Mike
people. Oh, Mike
Johnson, Rich,
Johnson. Oh my
Cat
God,
Ranch.
Rich Cat. We're just
Hi,
talking about me
darlings.
coming to hang out to the. She's the one that has the ranch
Ranch.
here in
Yes.
Dallas.
Mm-hmm. That you. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we need to go by there
Mm-hmm.
soon. Okay, so that's it for roll call.
Hey, roll
So
call. Thanks
um
for being here. Make sure you hit like,
so
subscribe, thumbs up.
yes, please do. So we're gonna have a really cool chill afternoon of talking about crystals. But before we get there, I wanna first welcome again, Jaimie, and kind of get a little bit of a background because uh, and I saw that you sent me a deck. We're going to be cover some great information. Obviously, you're so well versed. Oh, I forgot. Hold on, one more
Ooh, ooh.
because this is one of my faves. Yoga with Goga.
Hi, Yoga
Dude,
Wagoga.
he's got the cutest show. It is so cool. And this man is so flexible. He does yoga and he's just like super happy, like super positive energy. Oh, he was doing the spider the other day.
Oh
It
shit.
was crazy. I'm like, it would leave me in the hospital. But
Same.
I'll watch you do it. And I forgot to even say hi to
Janet.
Jeanette.
Hi,
And
darling.
okay, one more. Brown
And Browndorf.
door.
Hi, darling.
Bigfoot. I love you. Okay, so let's talk about how you got here. So in your journey, how did you become so well versed about crystals? What drove you?
Okay,
Give
so
us a
I'm
backstory.
going to tell you that my knowledge of crystals is actually incredibly petty and based in very Jamie-like activities. So I only got into crystals because Bree's into crystals, and I just wanted to copy her personality. It started out as like a joke that I was going to collect crystals, and now I just know all these things about crystals because I have ADD and get super hyper focused and obsessed with things. So I can't just collect crystals. I have to learn as much as I can about them. So then every time someone makes a comment about crystals, I can assert my dominance with facts.
Sorry, I'm getting used to now work. I'm doing first floor, so I'm getting used to muting and vaping.
Ooh.
So I keep forgetting to unmute myself. But I love that because it's like you don't want to just follow blindly,
No.
just like random documents you find here and there. I mean, and you're one that I really admire, and that you really go above and beyond. You want to do your research. You want to make sure that you look at both sides, that it's not just
I
woo
do.
or not just skepticism. It's like some
No, and
healthy
I,
balance. So
I come
yeah.
from I come from things from a very skeptical side, and a lot of people have called me a skeptic in my life. But the truth is I'm actually like a diehard believer. But the skeptic side of me is how I prove my belief in things. I'm so skeptical because my belief system is so incredibly strong that it allows me to be skeptical in a lot of things. So I'm kind of grateful for that.
So how many years do you think? I mean, I know that. I mean, your overall story goes way beyond crystals, but specific to crystals, how long have you been kind of,
Ooh,
studying
only
them?
only
And
like only like super deeply the past maybe like 2 years.
That's still a lot of research. You did
Yeah.
a lot of research in 2 years.
I go down rabbit holes. It's like the same stuff with the aliens and the paranormal and the cryptids. Like I said, I hyper focus and I go down rabbit holes. And my whole life, I've loved knowledge and information. So when I find something that I'm passionate about, I greatly enjoy diving into that information and just getting kind of lost inside of it and learning as much as I can about something.
Yeah, so tell me, and I want to say a couple
I was like, wait, speak
hellos
of the
here,
devil.
Brie.
Bree is here. She is
Oh
here.
my
The
God,
woman
where
who
is
is the
she?
reason I am into crystals. And like I said,
Oh my God,
out of
Brie,
pure
hold on, okay.
pettiness, she is my
Brie!
reason for why I'm into all this stuff and why I have. She has way more knowledge and information than I do. I will flat out say it right then and there. She's been into crystals for years and years and years. I have a very limited understanding compared to her, but I do my best. I try to live up to her
I
expectations
love
and
both of you
standards.
guys. I love
We
both of you
love
guys
Bree.
so much. We love Brie, and just because I have to give her a hard time, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in there because I see a lot of goats, and we need some balance in life.
No quick head in my bed, I can have that.
There we go.
OG
Had to get
Jerry.
that out of my system.
OG Jerry. I love
Woo!
that you did it when she was here. That's
Woo!
amazing.
I know it was perfect.
It was
'Cause I saw a
perfect.
lot of goats, and we need balance in our
We need
lives. So
balance. You have to
can
have it. The light and the dark.
let me just make sure. So let me ask you something. So there's always like when I go rabbit holes. Obviously, my first rabbit hole and the one that I fell in love with on ancients was because I have to say it once a day. Go back Tepe.
Of course.
So um, is there a particular crystal that you just connect with so much? That's like
Oh,
your
yes.
thing, the one that
Yes.
made you fall in love with all this.
Yes.
Tell us about
Yes.
that. And
Opals.
before you answer that,
Ooh.
first floor audio's in the house.
Hi,
I'm so
Lee.
excited. Hi, honey. I played Incognito as usual. My intro. Go ahead.
It would
Tell
be
me.
it
Tell
would
me the
be
one.
opals. Opals are my
Oh.
purest love. It's what I have the most of. I have literally jars of them everywhere in my house. I'm a big opal lover. When I see one, I have to stop and buy it. Opals are also my birthstone, which is nice.
Ooh.
Opals are a very good protection stone. I think I surround myself with it because I want to be protected. So I literally have like this whole row is opals right there. I'm very much, opals
Wow.
are my life.
That is beautiful. So they're for protection.
Protection,
Like
yes.
protection, like just protection from
Spiritually,
evil
spiritually.
spirits, or
No, just
protection,
spiritually,
yeah,
spiritual protection. Yes, absolutely. Well, because I'm always constantly evolving on my spiritual journey, and I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing. I'm doing it kind of like raw dogging it to the world, so I gotta have that protection with me to make sure I don't hurt myself.
I love your setup in the background with all of your crystals. It just puts my little stash I have. I have like a little stash that looks so awesome.
That's only one wall.
Very cool.
I have so many.
I've seen you pop out some stuff. It's like giant, these
Yeah.
giant stones and crystals. It's amazing. It's just look at that. So what is that?
This one's
We're gonna-
fluorite. And I got fluorite on the list. Don't worry. We'll
Yeah,
talk
we're
about
gonna
it.
we're gonna pop up a deck here in a second that we're gonna kind of walk through because it's just I need education. I'm gonna baseline, and I already baseline Jaimie off screen so she could get that out of her system. It's like I am not very well versed in crystals to the point that I still keep like I'm like one of those people that goes to a little crystal store and keeps like their little descriptions because I don't know what I'm doing. So I've got my little stash of crystals, but I do have to say that my favorite in life is in I guess that's probably a not an easy pick, but it's just the one I connect with is the quartz. The
There's nothing
crystal
wrong with
quartz. And I also
that.
bought rose quartz the other day.
It's the
and I want to
OG.
I want you to teach me about that. This
Ooh.
is the OG.
Okay.
This reminds me of the Oracle deck, the Starseed Oracle cards. Is my
Ah,
OG. This is my
yes.
OG of the crystals, and I put them together. And by the way, I think we might be doing some crystal readings there at the end.
Yeah, I was like, I do have
Yeah, if we
my
have
crystal
time,
oracle
yes.
deck. If we have time at the end, we will pull some cards for some
Yeah.
people in the chat and for everyone. So I do have those as well. And let me start off by saying too, I am not an expert by crystals in crystals by any mean. I'm also not a tarot reader by any mean. This is all things I do for hobby and things like that. Crystals are also incredibly subjective when it comes to the information that's out there. So take all of what we're talking about with a grain of salt. This is just like kind of what I've accumulated knowledge over throughout time. It might not be 100% correct. It's kind of like the world of aliens and stuff. There are no facts with this kind of stuff. There's not like a Bible that's written out there that is like, this is the correct information. So if I have something in here that's not like, you're like, that's not what I think, I apologize now. Like I said, this is all very subjective and just kind of the data that I've collected.
And I'm with you. I mean, it's like, this is not Nova here, or, we're going to be
not a
talking about some
geologist.
things. We're not a geologist. Yeah, we're not geologists. I'm not an archaeologist, and it's okay. We can still talk about these topics, and, because we are smart people and very resourceful. We can find a lot of information, and look at her. Justin,
I loved it. It was so pretty. I told you I want to go down. He sent me some pictures of some turquoise that he has. I want to go down there. He lives in Australia, which is one of the greatest rock capitals of the world, to go get stuff. And I would love to go down there, especially because they have one of the biggest supplies of opals come from that area. And I would love to go down there and get some.
That's cool. I know. I love Justin. I am not a gynecologist. Thank you.
Me either.
Or a geologist, right, Justin? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add this.
Yes, absolutely.
We're going to start going through some of the meat and potatoes of this. Because on Mindforked, we not only entertain, we also educate.
We try to.
I can control it here. How cool is this?
All right. So crystals are said to have a stable and unchanging energy pattern, each with a unique frequency and energy field, or resonance that gives them special properties. As a result, they act like tuning forks, helping bring harmony to unstable energy. So kind of think of crystals as like a tool to, you have like your chakra system, you have an energy system around you. Think of crystals as a tool to help manipulate the energy around you.
The key words to me, they're obviously frequency, energy, and resonance. We always talk about, there's something about frequencies. And putting that puzzle together, I find so many things in crystals that overlap with those.
And think about crystals as Mother Earth's little treasures that they give us. These crystals are not things that kind of happened overnight. Crystals form over millions and millions of years under crazy conditions. We're talking like underwater pressure, heat, and things like that. And without those type of things, you would just see normal regular rocks that wouldn't be these incredibly beautiful creations that literally Mother Earth crafted in its own hands for millions of years at a time.
Yeah, and I mean, I was reading that there were crystals being used by humans back in 105,000 years ago. They found crystals that were used in like some kind of structure. So I find them completely fascinating. They're just so beautiful.
If you were to even just think about ancient tools that they used, arrowheads and things, that was made out of obsidian. Obsidian is considered a crystal. Like, so many ancient people were using crystals inside of things without even realizing they were using them.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to the next. There.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, good.
I got it, yeah. Okay, so we're going to start off. No, good. We're going to start off right at the top with clear quartz. Clear quartz is the OG. It's known as the master healer, and it will amplify energy and thought as well as affect other crystals. It absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates energy. So it's kind of used as kind of like a broad overall amplifier, I don't want to say basic, but basic is a great word to describe it because it's very easy to use because it's kind of covers everything and not like one thing in particular. So it balances and revitalizes the physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual planes. Clear quartz has a very strong vibration and may be used for a multitude of purposes. It stores information like a natural computer. It is the ultimate crystal because of its many, many uses.
I love this quartz. Just covered Pumapunku a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the magnetic, the magnetism that they found. That Brian Forster is going to go back down there and start to look into, and they said that it's the quartz inside of the andesite. So it's like and we're going to talk about other sites out there, but quartz just seems to be like It is like you said, it's like a tool, a tool that Earth has provided us, and we just don't know we don't have the instructions clearly stated. But I really think that there's so
But
much power in this
I
thing,
think that's with so many things here in life, right? That's so many things
Hmm.
here on Earth that we don't quite understand. We're definitely living life without the user manual. You know what I mean? And I think that that's maybe part of life is trying to figure out that user manual. And maybe that's why we have things like the karmic cycle of coming back as different, human forms to try to figure that out. Maybe that's that goal at the end of it. We're trying to figure out how to use all these tools and do all of those things. We keep coming back learning those lessons.
Yeah, it's like how many civilizations go through? I mean, obviously, I believe somebody was here before. So how many civilizations go through, and then maybe when they finally discover it, that's when you reach that, that enlightenment and that unlocking. Because I mean, I definitely, I don't know how you guys feel in the chat, and we'll talk to chatters and make sure that we're making this interactive. But it's like sometimes my brain is locked. Like I know it's locked. I feel it locked. And it's like, I just wish there was a key. It's like, there's like all these things just floating in my head. And it's like, I just can't, I know I'm like circling something, but I just, it's like that aha moment. I'm waiting for that aha moment, but I guess we all are.
We all are. And that's,
Like
we all are, literally.
So let me see if anybody knew. Nathan Allen is here.
Hey,
Hi,
Nathan Allen, darling.
Nice to see you. And another one of our favorites, Laura, Paranormal Pixie.
Hey, Laura, darling.
And I'm so glad you got this one on the screen right now because
Amethyst.
my amethyst. Where did you go? Okay, Amy, Alien Girl, gave me this beautiful amethyst when I met her in Vernal. Isn't that pretty? And it is my birthstone.
Oh, I love that.
Aquarius.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is the dawning. I believe that's probably why I'm like so wee.
I love that. Okay.
So talk to me about the amethyst.
Amethyst is known as the all-purpose stone. It's a protective stone that helps to relieve stress and anxiety in your life and the symptoms that accompany it, headaches, fatigue, and anxiety. So if you're ever feeling any of those things, a nice little meditative session with an amethyst should help with that. Amethyst is also said to offer humility and spiritual wisdom. The stone also brings clarity and peacefulness to the waking mind, as they help the mind flow freely in both the mental and physical or metaphysical dimensions, which I think also kind of goes into that like anxiety, how it helps with anxiety in the stone, because I feel like a lot of anxiety is based in overly waking minds.
Yeah, I mean, you can't achieve clarity. It's like you want to, something like this. It's like, think about it. You have all the headaches. Why? Because you got all this stuff floating in your head. It's like you can't achieve that clarity and peacefulness to be able to even recognize what your thoughts are. That's most of the time. I just feel like creative chaos is going on up there. But I love the amethyst because number one, it's just, I mean, the gorgeous color is just it's just gorgeous to
so
the
amethyst is named specifically because of its color. When something is called amethyst, it is specifically because of the inclusions that are inside of the amethyst. Amethyst at the end of the day has the same genetic makeup as the clear quartz that you saw. It's just that there's an inclusion inside of this crystal that turns it that purple color. And we're going to talk about a lot of that and a lot of these variations of these crystals and things, because you'll see something that looks super similar and it's different because of the inclusions inside of it making it different, or different. Some crystals get heated up and they change the properties of it and things like that.
The other thing I'll call one more thing on this slide that I love, humility and spiritual wisdom. I love that. Ego is the biggest killer of any type of wisdom, because when you have ego's feeding you and telling you what it thinks the answers are. I know everything. The humility is what's required in order to get to that spiritual wisdom. You got to realize our place. We are nothing. We're like these little, we might not be nothing, but our minds can only comprehend such a sliver of what's happening. So I love that. Anyway, I'll stop talking. I get all psyched because this is like so exciting. Just fun for me. It's very educational. Let's ask the chatters. Everybody okay on the chat? Everybody having a good time?
Everyone good? Everyone good?
And if anybody has any particular questions on a specific crystal, please put it in all caps, because that way my ADD head will
See ya.
Notice. Hanging with the chef is here.
Hey, darling.
And next time, Forensic Mystics, I'm going to have to mod you too because I haven't modded you yet, babe.
All
So
right.
anyway, go
So the
ahead.
next we got
Rose
is rose
quartz.
quartz, which is you
I
had
get
some
one of those.
questions about.
I have one. Okay.
Which is interesting that you just bought a rose quartz because from this morning you kept getting the cards pulled about your relationship. And rose quartz is known as the unconditional love stone.
Is it this one? You see, I'm so dumb that I
Yes, the
can't
light
even.
pink.
Yeah, it's like very.
Mm-hmm.
It's not crystally. It's cloudy. But
Mm-hmm.
I went to the store because it's like you were saying. Sometimes I do pick my quartz, or my crystals. Like I pick, the horsies at the horse races. They're cute.
Well, and
They must win.
it's
But
so
and it
important that
attracted me.
I was like, but it's
Yeah.
so important that you say that, and I think that this is a good example of that. So I think a lot of people pick crystals because they're pretty and shiny, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, especially if you're new to crystals, because that's what you're attracting to some type of vibe, and that's why I brought up. It's interesting that you just vibed and randomly bought that crystal when you keep getting this card week after week that keeps coming up in our readings that talk about love. So it's so interesting that you vibe towards that crystal. And so
And
even
it's
even
not
though
the prettiest to the eye. This particular piece
exactly,
wasn't, but I was
exactly.
like, I had to have it. I had
But
to
how
have it.
interesting that it found its way to you.
Exactly. And there's this particular place back in Dallas. I moved here to Oklahoma. I still need to find a new place, but I love going in there. And it's like I just go straight to what I like. I'm like, I'm just going to get this. And now I'm learning how to use it.
Yes, I
So,
love this.
anyway, so the rose quartz, so healing.
Yes, so it's the
Yeah.
unconditional love stone, and the rose quartz has healing properties that connect to the heart chakra, which is the center of love. And it's said to boost feelings of self-love, which again is something that you need right now, Mom, and fostering loving relationships with others, which go back to your cards again. So by opening and healing your heart center, rose quartz helps guide you to deepen relationships and embrace kindness, compassion, tenderness, and love towards yourself and those around you.
Maybe that's what I needed. This is the last, I think this is the last one I bought.
I see.
I had to go in and I was like, I bought a couple of ones and I'm like, ooh, this is so interesting. And then I saw that it was the rose quartz and I'm like, ooh, but I had to get it.
I'm telling you, the universe gives you weird signs and puts you in weird directions, and I think
Dude.
that's just another little bloop, told you so.
I totally believe that. I think the signs are everywhere. Before we go on, let's just say
Yeah.
hi to my
Hi, Lynn, darling.
Lynn. I miss you so much. I love
Love
you.
you.
Mwah, 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 mwah. And one of our faves, John P. Adventures.
Hi.
He's always here. Hi. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Okay, citrine.
So
Ooh,
we have
talk to
citrine
me.
here, which is Bree's birthstone. So before you even get to citrine, there's much I need to talk about this stone. Most of the citrine that you see, and if you have some, it's probably not quote unquote real citrine. What
Yeah,
most
I don't
people
think I
buy is amethyst that's been heated up and it turns to this orangey yellow color. And that is not technically what you would consider to be citrine. It would be heat treated amethyst. Natural citrine is amethyst that's been heated up by the earth to turn it the specific color. So there is a difference between these two things. Like I said, what most you see commercially and what's cheap and what most people buy is the heat treated amethyst. But when you see a big giant price tag on something that's yellow, more likely that it's real.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
So
don't
this
think I
one-
have any. I don't think I have. I don't think I.
So this one
reading my
doesn't
notes.
have a different genetic makeup as far as the inclusions of like the amethyst, but what its big difference is how it was heated up inside of the earth, giving it that kind of like smoky, dark, black, yellowy kind of color.
That's pretty. It's very
It's gorgeous,
rich.
very.
The inside, it almost looked like in that particular picture, obviously.
Has little rainbows
It's
inside.
got a little. It's like a little world in there. I love that.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
looks really cool. So hold on. Let's see what we have in Angel Wings.
Hi, Angel Wings,
Just joined
darling.
us. Hi, Angel Wings. Okay, so do we have Lynn Hurley says citrine is great at transmuting negative into positive.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
It's known as the merchant stone, and throughout history, citrine has been known to attract money. In feng shui, citrine is used, it's a stone that brings about good wealth and fortune. So we have that. And then citrine is
Don't have to
also
get that.
associated with positivity and optimism, like Lynn was saying. It's often used to assist in manifesting financial abundance and opportunities. It can be used to awaken the solar plexus chakra, helping to cultivate confidence and personal power.
This is so interesting. I can see how you can start to put them together into this master plan of, assistance that we also need in life at times. So, I mean, life sucks. Sometimes you need guidance. You need spiritual guidance and any
Oh,
tools that are
absolutely.
given
And,
to
and
you.
and
So,
even if all of crystals are hogwash and everything is made up, at the end of the day, think about the placebo effect. If you are holding a crystal and you think that it's going to bring you money, maybe that's just how you manifested money. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true.
Who's
That's
not
true.
to say it doesn't do it?
Okay, I don't even know. Check this out. I used to put citrine around people while I was performing Reiki on them.
Ooh.
There's a story there. We're gonna have to go back to Lynn Hurley.
Lynn
Follow
would be
up.
good at talking about crystals too.
Lynn is gonna have to come in and start talking. Okay. Oh my God, the smoky quartz. I
Smoky
love it. It's so
quartz.
pretty.
Right. So smoky quartz is known as the grounding stone. The crystal is known for its ability to help you move on from difficult or painful experiences. It guides you to a higher state of being, a place where you can let go of the past so it makes you better, not bitter. Also, I love that saying, better, not bitter.
Better not. I love it.
Right? Smoky quartz helps in opening up the root chakra and solar plexus. Not only will it protect one's aura and body from negative vibrations, but also change those existing negative energies into something more positive, which I love. I have tons of smoky quartz around my house.
I'm gonna need to get that
I have it
because
specifically by
I
my
am
front door, so that way when negative energy comes in, it transforms.
negativity takes so much effort and it drains your soul. It's like anytime I get stuck in resentment, resentment is the big destroyer.
It really is.
When you're stuck in resentment and you're stuck in just being mad and not thinking past that,
Here's
you're drained
Here's the
of,
thing. Here's this. I'm going to tell you this trick that I used.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it kind of roots itself in the idea of that movie, The Secret. But like, what's the point of putting out negative energy when you're upset about something? You're only going to attract more negative energy. So stop it. How you get yourself out of that situation is to just be fucking positive, no matter how painful and shitty it is. You just do it, because if you keep putting that negative, oh, woe is me, why is the universe doing this shit to me, it's just going to keep coming your way. The only person who can change your situation is yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, you have no idea how much that resonates with me in so many ways. One quick tangent. I had a friend that gave a great example. When you have a bucket, he had a bucket. He was trying to do an analogy. You have a bucket full of water, and then you feed it with all this stuff, right? You add like the red dye, the green dye, the purple dye. That is everything we add into life. And he shows, it's like, but how do we clean this besides just dumping it all out, which is sometimes not, we can't do that as human beings.
Yep.
But the way you do it is you add the clean water.
Yep.
And you keep adding the clear water and the clear water and the clear water into it until all the stain, all the food stain has cleared away and you have a clean bucket. You can't dump it out. We're too far in. But if we can inject the positivity, maybe that just keeps, that it's that whole balance, right? It's like pendulums. It balances. It's like if you have a negative, you have to add a positive to bring everything back into balance. So I'm going to go back to you, but let's say hi to one more person. My Fappy, FAP, who's here probably to say hi to Lynn. He loves Lynn. It's an inside joke. Hey, Fab, nice to see you. Okay, Tiger's Eye.
All right, so this one's an interesting one. So this is known as the ancient protection stone, and traditionally this gemstone was carried as an amulet to ward off evil. It's known for protecting against negative energies. Ancient Roman soldiers especially trusted that it was powerful due to its resemblance to an eye, and an eye represents omnipotence, and it was a quality that was high sought after on the battlefield of like soldiers and warriors.
Whoa.
So you'll see like a lot of like their armor had amulets and things. You'll see Tiger's Eye was very important to them. It can help to... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. I want to see.
So it helps to clear the root chakra so that you can feel more safe and secure in the world, which is interesting because you would want to feel safe and secure on the battlefield. Like those are the kind of emotions you would want to invoke if you were in battle. Like I would want to feel safe and secure because then I would be able to fight, more clear-headed. So tiger's eye can
And you
help.
give and you give a feel of self-confidence,
Mhm,
therefore giving
exactly.
confidence to everybody around you that you're not about to die. Go ahead.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
tiger's eye can help transform toxic feelings into more positive ones. It may assist you in changing your perspective to view obstacles as challenges rather than setbacks, and help you remember that you can accomplish whatever you put your mind to, which again is things you would want when you are fighting with people.
And I would probably say Eye of the Tiger, back to, songs of the 80s, Eye of the Tiger. It was probably based on this, but I just made that up.
No, but it's
That's an
interesting that
alternative fact.
no, it's interesting because you think of like a
Eye of the
tiger's eye too,
Tiger.
as a tiger is very
Yeah.
ferocious, so you want to have that kind of energy inside of you. And it's interesting how kind of like tiger's eye, you can see it's gone through life. I'm like, of course, the eye of the tiger, but all of even that song, it's all connected. They're all these things go boil down to each other, you know?
Yeah, and it's being a protection stone in a world where everything was about challenging power and gathering power and, finding new places that you can say, I own this, or I'm great. Hold on, I want to make sure there's a couple of comments I want to just see.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Angel Wings, Sujulite is balancing,
Sujulite.
uplifting, and Sujulite? Okay.
Sujulite.
It's balancing, uplifting, and healing can make us more aware of the connection between mental state and physical illness. It is said to represent perfection of spiritual love. Awesome. And it makes us more receptive to spiritual influence. Okay, this is fantastic. We're learning so
Absolutely.
much, guys.
Aaron has a
And-
question. He says, do you
Yeah.
folks know of a good online? Yes. If you tell me what it is you're looking for, I can point you to a store direction. If you just want like an overall store to check out, I will DM you some that I shop from online all the time.
Cool. And
I'm
I
gonna tell
can
you right
put
now,
references on the show, too.
Crystals are a little bit hard sometimes because there are a lot of fakes and things out there. So unfortunately, if you don't know a lot about crystals, you want to try to ask someone who knows about crystals where to buy some from, so that you're not getting scammed, or not necessarily getting scammed, but not getting exactly what you thought you were.
Exactly. So, and new friend, Terry Brown.
Hi, Terry, darling.
Terry Brown's here. Love you, Terry. I love Terry. He's so great. He always comes by. Selenite.
Selenite.
Ooh, what do you have? A healing stone.
Yes,
I
known
need
as the
that
healing
stuff.
stone. Selenite is said to be a powerful healing crystal that promotes peace and calm, mental clarity, and well-being. It also is believed by some that this crystal can remove negative energy and help you connect to higher realms.
Where have you used selenite?
I have selenite.
Do you have selenite?
Selenite's some of the most common crystals in the world. It comes in many different forms. This one is a more higher quality selenite that you see in the picture. But a lot of selenite that you see, let's see if I have any around here. I don't. But it's like super
think I
basic. And quite
did.
honestly, it's like literally you find it inside like sand and things like that. Like it's not a rare crystal by any means. The more high quality ones like this picture obviously are, but for the most part, most people give selenite away like it's nothing. A lot of people use it as, they call it a spiritual chalk. Like it breaks off on the most hardness scale. It's like super, super soft. And so they write like sigils and stuff on their doorsteps with it and things like that.
Wow. And now let me ask you something. And now I want to get to a comment by Lynn as well. So in selenite, so in daily life, so here's a day in the life of Jaimie. How would you use selenite? So during meditation, do you hold it?
So I'll
Do
say
you
I
place it?
I
What
don't
do you do?
meditate at all because I have ADD and I'm horrible at it. Selenite, so all the selenite I have in my house I use as charging plates, so I have crystals like on charge of it. So I kind of use it as a little bit of like an amplifier and a charging. It helps charge my crystals. Like when I
You see,
take
I
a
need to know
crystal,
what the heck that is.
so like
I'm like,
so
I don't know what that is.
I don't even really know what charging crystals is. Other people do it, so I'm like, yeah, charge my crystals. Basically, like this is how I feel. When I take a crystal out of the side of the house with me, I'm using its energy. So when I bring it back, I put it on its charging plate to charge before I take it back outside again.
Okay,
I think about it
gotcha.
kind of like a power adapter almost. Is
And
that the right way to
showed
think
me
about
a
it?
plate.
Zero
They
idea.
had like a little thing, like they had a little glass thing, and they were like, "This is where you charge it." I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." But let's see. Lynn had a. Did I lose it? Lynn had a comment. I know you girls already talked about rose quartz. Samantha Mowat got Dave and I the most beautiful, huge piece of rose quartz for your
Aw.
wedding. Seriously, that is so awesome. And
There you
Samantha
go.
Mowat is fantastic.
Ooh, Lynn says charging crystals is basically a way to cleanse them, clear their energy. Yeah,
There
see,
we
there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
there we go. We got answers.
Bam.
We got answers. Bam. Answers in the chat. Bam. And
Bam.
then I think Spooky kind of piped up at the same time to talk about whether we had been talking about charging.
Well, there we go. We
Good
talked about
timing,
it.
Spooky, because we were just talking about it, right? As
We're
you were chatting.
just talking about
We
it.
just talked about it. Okay, awesome. Pyrite. Ooh,
Pyrite,
this
fool's
is
gold.
interesting.
Okay, so one thing that's really cool about pyrite is it comes in all these different ways that it grows. Most people see them as these like really like gold-looking nuggets. That's why they call it fool's gold, because a lot of people think that it's real gold. But one of the ways pyrite grows is in these incredible cubic like formations, and this is 100% natural. That is how they like this picture right here is how it came out of the earth. Yes.
Is that wow?
100% all natural. It's the way the crystalline structure grows that makes it look like that cube like that. And another one that's like that is like this fluorite piece that I had shown you earlier. It's kind of the same thing. It forms these cubes, these perfect little cubes. And so pyrite is one of these ones that have these incredible growth formations, not just the big lumpy nuggets that everyone's used to seeing.
So, okay, cool. That is so cool.
Isn't that pretty?
The fact that you can see the rock, the roughness of the rock with it, with this
how it grows out of it.
It's life is just, nature is just insane. Earth, it has so many secrets, like stuff
and makes
like
the most beautiful things. I know.
Oh my God.
So having
tell me about this.
Having a piece of pyrite nearby can support you in manifesting financial abundance. Pyrite may not be gold itself, but it's known to help you attract the wealth that you deserve. It is also a crystal of protection. It offers an energetic shield that safeguards your body and spirit against negative forces. This stone brings energetic shelter as well as motion to old stagnant thoughts and patterns.
Interesting. Anybody in the chat, by the way, if you've actually used any of these, or if you have any experience, feel free to drop it in there, because each of us are probably using things in different ways,
and we're all still learning. We can all learn from all of our different experiences with all of these things. I love pyrite. Pyrite, I feel like would be a good stone if you were going to buy like the Powerball.
Yeah, so the next time you hear someone say nature doesn't do right angles, think of pyrite. That's right? Very true. Because there's some that do. So okay, so let's go to the next one again.
All right, now we have the fluorite, which is the one I showed you.
That just reminds me, I gotta brush my teeth.
So fluorite comes in a billion different colors and in a billion different forms. So this picture that we have right here is rainbow fluorite. It's kind of a slab that's been polished of it, and you could really see all of these different layers of the different colors of the fluorite. The one I have here is a cubic fluorite, specifically green fluorite. So again, all of these different colors.
So that is the same as
it's the same thing.
That's
the only difference is that you have just these different inclusions that are inside there that are making up all of these different colors and stuff. And this one has a more crystalline structure, like I was talking about, those more square kind of chunky things that are coming out with it, whereas this chunk might have been a huge giant point and it was cut off and then sliced.
That is so pretty. And then all the layers mean something. This is so cool.
Oh, absolutely. So fluorite is known as the detoxification stone, and it's known for its ability to absorb negative energy and transmute it into positive energy. But depending on its color, fluorite can mean a million different things. So we have white clear, which stimulates mental clarity and foresight. Green, which provides support for all things heart and emotional related. Blue, that represents the throat chakra in your voice. Purple promotes spiritual awakening and represents protection and love in your life. Yellow supports you with confidence and joy. And rainbow provides a deep connection to intuition and can even enhance psychic abilities.
Oh, sweet. So what part? Okay, so when you're talking, so I see all the different layers. So which one is in this picture? Is there an example of rainbow?
So that is considered
rainbow.
So
like
that's
the whole
considered
thing together.
Yeah, so that's considered rainbow right there. That's a piece of rainbow fluorite, all those colors like that. I have a very where do I have a small one over here?
Because some of them will be one specific, like you said. Yeah. Yours is green, but it's got a hue of something else, right? Or is it? Oh, that's pretty.
This one's a fluorite. You can't really see through it. You can
hold
see
on.
Yeah, hold on. Make me big.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it big. Go ahead, show.
Let me get the light through it for you.
This is the porous view.
See it?
Oh my God! Look at that.
So that's a rainbow fluorite right there.
That's
so you can see all the different layers and colors inside of it. But then you have this one right here, which is just a green fluorite.
Oh, hold on. I was trying to get you
just a green fluorite. See the big chunks?
That's pretty.
But they're both the same thing. They're both fluorite. They're just two different variations in colors.
Whoa. That is so cool. Okay, back to
Mm-hmm.
normal, non-porous view.
Mm-hmm.
Whee! Um,
And also, fluoride's one of the most common stones in the world in the ground. You can literally just like go outside and find it like right underneath the crust. It's super easy to find. You'll most likely find it in its rainbow form, how it looks right there, just in big giant chunks.
but where do you find it? Sorry.
Everywhere,
Where?
literally.
Just
In the
really?
dirt, literally.
In the
Yeah, it's
dirt.
just all over. Yeah,
So,
just everywhere.
Lynn, have you looked into Our Light 23? If not, look into it. It's
I will. I'll
another
have to look
awesome
into it. I feel like
stone.
I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about it. I don't
We're
have any
gonna
for sure.
we're gonna definitely
How
check
do you know if
that
crystals are
out.
real or fake? That is an incredibly hard question. It depends on what
Oh, there we
crystal it
go.
is we're talking about. There's ways that people fake things. A lot of times, if you're getting faked with a crystal, it's because it's glass and not actual crystal. So that's the easiest kind of way to fake it for the most part. A lot of things are reconstituted, which basically means that it's like resin pressed together with things and stuff like that. So it really just depends on what kind of stone you're looking for. I would be able to tell you how to spot fakes and not fakes, but as a general, it's hard. It's hard to know unless you look into it. I've bought fake crystals before. 100%. On my
Oh, I'm sure.
at the beginning of my crystal
I don't
journey,
want to
I
show
have
you my
bought.
stash. 'Cause
I
it's
was like,
probably gonna be all
I have,
fake.
there's a fake crystal. Well, it's not even fake. I have a lab grown crystal that's here. So it wasn't grown by, obviously, Mother Nature. It was lab grown. That Corey paid a pretty hefty price tag for. But like, it's one of my favorite crystals. It hangs up on my door. But like, I have absolutely fallen prey to buying something that was not what I thought it was.
And that's the sad part. It's like I am trying to get paranormal. Where are you? Paranormal highway in the house. Hi, Eric. Just want to say hi to Eric. He just joined us. So, okay, hold on. Back to, oh my God. I want to put us back. Here we go. Back to here.
Wait, and
So
Lynn's
we're in
comments
Florida.
very good. She says, "Don't worry if
one?
you do get a fake crystal. The intention is still there and it can still work." Absolutely. So there's some crystals that are
That's such a good
100%
way.
man-made, like opalite, man-made. If you bought it and someone's like, no, it's all man-made. It's glass.
Exactly. But again, it's like if the intention's there, but at the same time, we'll give you and we'll put resources on the show description of different sites and stuff. Good, good references to go look
Absolutely.
for some real and the differences. This is great. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, what do we have now?
So really what this kind of all boils down to and what direction we're going with this is the stone tape theory. And the stone tape theory is the speculation that ghosts, hauntings, and I don't know how to say this word.
analogous
To tape recordings, and that mental impressions during emotional or traumatic events can be projected into the form of energy and recorded onto rocks and other items and replayed under certain conditions. And what's important to learn about this is that all of these rocks, although they are tools, they can also store energy. And so when you start to look into ancient sites and you start to look into the building tools that they use, you start to be like, wait, they were using these stones. What happened to be the metaphysical property of them? And then when you start to look into that, you're like, oh, maybe the reason for using this stone was a lot bigger of a reason than we realized. Not just maybe because there was an abundance of it in the area, but that they preferred to use the stone for its metaphysical properties.
Now, what trips me about this is like you think about all the messages that we have sent and the CDs and records, albums, right? If you have somebody that has no context or, a de-evolved brain from ours to be able to figure it out, it looks like just, grooves. Now, is it a possibility that there's we know that the ancients were onto something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a technology underneath us that we don't understand.
Listen, I think that's something that's abundantly clear when you look into our ancient past is there is some sort of technology that they had a grasp on that we no longer understand as our present generation. And who's not to say that crystals, rocks, and stones and just the earth itself wasn't what they were harnessing and using?
Who's not to say that somebody that actually knows how to use the power of consciousness can utilize those stones at a very high, when they're at a really high level of power, can they use those stones to do something magical as some of the ancient structures that we have found? So anyway, go ahead.
So one of the greatest stones used in time is sandstone. It's known as the construction stone. Tons and billions and lots of places were made with this. One, because it's abundant and it's freaking everywhere. But the stone itself is tough and resistant to erosion and very enduring, which most people know. But most people don't understand that there's also that same kind of spiritual and metaphysical characteristic that's built into that stone. So it is tough and resilient. And with that, it has that tough and resilient power that's really kind of coming out of it. So the stone is great for healthy relationships. It helps rejuvenate the mind and soul. It fills individuals with divination and enlightenment, and it's ideal for both stability and balance, which is all things that you would want in monuments, castles, even your home. So why would you not use a stone like this that helps with all of those different things? Like, those are the things that I would want people coming into my home to have good relationships. Every time I would be home, I'd want my mind and soul to be rejuvenated. I would constantly want to be filled with divination and enlightenment, which is, you know, the more church route, these big important buildings. And you always want stability. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, stability and balance goes back to balance. When things are out of balance, that's when our energies are all out of whack and we don't know what to do with ourselves. And we just like upset and we don't know, we don't know what's going on. We're just out of balance. So,
absolutely. So here are some famous
here we go. One of the
sandstone
sites.
sites.
Yeah, sandstone.
So I don't know how to say this. The Chakahandi tombs. They're an early Islamic cemetery in Pakistan. The tombs are notable for their elaborate sandstone carvings, which is interesting that these were like burial grounds, because you would want that. When I was burying my dad, I would want things like balance. I would want harmony, enlightenment. So it's interesting that they would specifically use the stone. And on top of it, what they I don't think really knew at the time is how resilient these stones were, and how, because of them using such resilient stones, we're able to see all these incredibly intricate details and all of these things that they left for us to find.
So this is from early Islamic cemetery in Pakistan. Well, how far back have we found? Do you know any of the oldest sandstones?
I don't know the oldest.
Well,
I don't know.
Look into it. I would looked at the
I would have to assume, since just genuinely the beginning of time, because sandstone is so incredibly abundant that it is just everywhere, that I would assume they would have to have started using it pretty early on. It's kind of like quartz and things like that. If you had this big natural quarry you were on, that is what you were probably using.
Wow. Hold on a second, because I got to call out before we go to the next one. We got some potential smut going on in our chat. Sorry, Lynn, we'll try to behave. It looks like, what is it? Lynn's there. Yeah, the chat, if you guys want to go down Smutland, that's fine, just as long as you keep it about crystals. There we go.
Exactly.
There's my rules of engagement on Mindforked chat. You can get smutty, not too smutty.
Not too smutty.
Keep it just on the topic.
Just a little light.
Talk crystals in the middle of the smut.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm just kidding. I love
we love the
Jeanette
smut.
Sanchez, my buddy. We're always bad to spooky. Go ahead. Famous sandstone. There's another one.
Okay, so we got St. Jericho's Arch, which is a historic sandstone arch in the British Overseas Territory of Gibraltar. And it's the original entrance to a 16th century Spanish church located in the southern limits of the old town. So not the whole building made out of sandstone, just the arches itself.
Just the arches. So, is there symbolism in that? It's like, using that. Is there?
Exactly. Again, you talk about, if we go back to the original slide of sandstone, I mean, if you want things like healthy relationships, and again, a church, rejuvenating the mind and soul,
divination,
enlightenment, balance, those are things that you would want coming into church or to come from a church building.
No, yep. And don't tell me that there's not a lot of symbolism and all this stuff that they, in them using things. I mean, there could be some for architectural reasons, right? If you have more malleable, something that you can really carve. But some of these, I bet you, they're symbolic in nature.
Well, and you talked about real old. So right here we have 4th century BC, which is Petra, the city of Petra. And the entire city is carved out of sandstone. Again, sandstone was abundant in this area, which is why they used it. They carved, which is what they had. But it's interesting that the entire city is built out of this. So Petra is an ancient city that lies in present-day Jordan and dates back to the 4th century BC. The ruins of the once great metropolis and trading center has also been referred to as the Rose City because of the color of the stones used in its building, which is the sandstone. And something that is incredibly interesting about this site is what makes it so world famous is its water system. There was absolutely no water in this area, and they built an entire water system in order to sustain this metropolis.
They all do. You find the water systems, and it's like, but these people weren't supposed to be planners. They weren't supposed to be architects. They were not engineers. I'm like, they were, because they
look at this. This is
marvels.
4th century BC, and look at the carving that they made out of the stone. Just look at that in that corner. Look at that motherfucker.
Gorgeous.
That's
and
still
it's like
standing to this day that you can look
the
like that. Exactly.
And it's exquisite. It's just totally exquisite. Let me just say hi. Pincer's in the house.
Hey,
Hi,
Pincer babies.
Thank you for joining us.
All right.
So, my favorite, because you know where this is going.
So this is our last stop of rocks. We're stopping on limestone. So limestone is a healing stone, beneficial to overall health and well-being. Limestone is an assisting stone used to enhance healing properties, encourages purification, reminds us of our innocence, grounds and centers us, and entices positive thoughts.
Yeah, and limestone is all over. One of my favorite
It's everywhere.
sites.
And so not only that, but so here's some famous sites. So we have the Great Sphinx. The Sphinx is the oldest known monumental sculpture in Egypt and one of the most recognizable statues in the world. And this motherfucker is limestone. Now, unlike sandstone, limestone is not very resilient, and this has been known over time. And one of the speculations that's out there about this area is that the reason the Sphinx is as messed up as it is because all the sand and the wind, and it's eroding the limestone. And I am in a camp that believes that this area was covered in water during the time it was built, which is why it looks the way that it does. If you want to do some alternative archaeology here. And and it's so funny. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead, because this is getting really good.
No, and it's so interesting because it's a theory that's out there that is supported by so many people except the Egyptian government themselves. They are so adamant that it is not water. It is so hilarious to me that they are just like, nope, it couldn't be. But if you actually look at the way it was eroded, there is absolutely no way it's not water. If you're a geologist and you know how erosion works, when you look at those lines, it is so clearly water.
It is clearly erosion. I mean, it's funny, but remember, they're not going to admit that because that opens a whole other can of worms. Why was it underwater? Oh, shit. Now we're going back to, was it really, 6,000, years ago, whatever. So before we go there, Ron is in the house.
Hi, Ron, darling.
Ron. One of our favorites, Cosmic Neighbors. Go check out his
Ron,
channel.
darling.
He's awesome. So, okay, back to
so still staying right next to that, we have the Great Pyramid, which if
I love
anyone
the
knows,
guy peeking. Hello.
I got him.
Oh.
He's the Khufu, I think it's like Khufu. Because this is his tomb. This is the Great Pyramid, and the Sphinx guards his pyramid. The two are one in one, and this is another one that's completely made out of limestone, which again you can see did not hold up very great to erosion.
Yeah, it's a photobomb by Khufu. Khufu photobomb. Okay, back to you. This is
absolutely
fascinating.
Right, another famous limestone, and this is the last slide, I believe, is the Parthenon.
Parthenon.
There you go. The Parthenon is a temple in Greece that was dedicated to the goddess Athena during the 5th century BC. Its decorative sculptures are considered some of the highest points of Greek art. So this was another one where they used this beautiful limestone to create these structures. And once again, you see it didn't hold up very well.
Yeah, it didn't hold up very well, but they were using these. It's just a trip to me that they were building all these structures. They were building water systems. They were. I mean, it's civilization is not when we thought it started. Like organizing, farming and stuff. It's just not. And we were talking about those not holding well, right? The limestone. Well, guess what? Didn't hold well. Göbekli Tepe. What did they do? They buried it. They protected it. That's why it's still there.
So that's like a whole nother problem that we have inside of archaeology right now that we have instead. Okay, so like one of the issues of Gobekli Tepe is that there's more things underneath it that we could be going and excavating, but instead of doing that, they decided to just bury it up again and like move on with their life. And that happens at a lot of archaeology sites because they're pulling up information that changes the narrative of what we know as history today. And instead of changing all of the history books and changing how we think about things, it's easier to literally bury it and not think about it ever again. And what's going to happen?
Same thing. They're burying it instead of excavating. They just add. It's like it doesn't fit the narrative. Let's cover it up.
What's going to be so interesting?
That's the same thing with everything.
I was going to say, and it goes back to everything of how they do all this kind of stuff. But what's going to be interesting is like in 100 or like 1,000 years from now, when we have a civilization who isn't going to stand up for that kind of bullshit, and they're going to rip all that shit open. And you know what? It's greatly preserved because we buried it again. So at least there's that. At least there's that.
It's gonna get we're burying it again for what, the next cycle we can't find it again, and then another civilization is gonna try to figure out what this puzzle means. Before we move on to angel wings, blue kyanite, high blood pressure reduction, infection prevention, healthy lifestyle promotion, smooth sleeping patterns. Kyanite is a powerful meditation stone. I love that. I like it. Past life recall. Okay, angel wings. We got to talk because
I was like, I have grape, agate, whatever you want to call it, which is just bitronial chalcedony. But this is great for astral projection as well. Right here, I have a lot of it, and look how cool it looks.
Oh wow, that is cool. That is so pretty.
Chunky.
It's chunky.
Got a lot of weird rocks up here, yo.
Okay.
Listen, I could do like 8 billion different slides for all the different types of rocks and crystals. I just kind of wanted to go over some more basic information, which I think leads to the door to have, maybe some more episodes on this where we get into some more crazy stuff and things like that.
Yeah, because we skimmed over the pyramids, but we know so for sure there's some stuff. I want to do something on pyramids alone because all of them, and not all of them, well, let's put it this way. They haven't looked inside enough. Again, there's all these chambers, all these, they do the ground penetrating radar. They know that there's chambers, but they don't really go in and excavate. But the ones that they have, specifically Giza, I mean, there's definitely something in there that's meant to use water to power something up. It's like there's a connection to using the force of the certain, the water underneath these structures to power. How can we say they don't mean something?
I think just in general, there's so many secrets that the pyramids hold. And I think it goes back to that idea we were talking about of how they had some sort of an ancient technology that they used that we do not understand anymore. And I think that the construction of the pyramids and what we don't understand about the pyramids is maybe a key to unlocking that.
I think it's all, I see this big puzzle. It's just sitting there with all these chunks. And it's like, giants is in there.
Yep.
I've got ancients and the power of, using the earth to power everything up, the natural energy, the things that Tesla tried to do or started to do. And it just kind of lost all his funding. There's all of it comes together. We have a couple of comments. First of all, I want to say hi to Tony Introvert. Grind them up and smoke them. Cool. Hi, Tony. And Cosmic Neighbors, they're making hydrogen. They were making hydrogen in the pyramids.
Yep, they had hydrogen lights and things like that. Also, I'm a big believer and subscriber to the idea that the pyramids were used as a free energy system, but that's like another rabbit hole that we can go down.
And imagine if we tried to unravel. It's like that ball of twine that they have in a small town. If you try to unravel our world from the capitalism and the money is driving all our decisions, and it just breaks my heart because we're never going to evolve as long as that's the case.
Listen, but you're looking at it wrong, Mom. It's always going to be that. Unfortunately, it's never not going to be about money. We're never going to go backwards and that kind of stuff, and it's the huge motivation of why we're not going forward. Absolutely, but it's the reason why I think we have to subscribe to the whole money thing, but try not to let it overtake our life. Like, I'll say it this way. I have a job. I don't work full time. I make enough money to literally pay my bills. Other than that, I'm poor as shit. But you want to know what I'm rich in? Being on the internet and having fun and doing the things that I'm passionate about. So learned that I have to have a job. I have to go do that stupid human bullshit. But those are the things that are allowing me to grow spiritually, to do the things that I love in life, to do the things that I'm passionate about. So you have to have that balance of your humanness here on earth and your desire to be more with the cosmos and to want something more and bigger out of life than just like, earthly, getting married, having children, buying a house kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You have to play the balance between those two things. And I think that that's part of, like we were talking about at the beginning of the episode, that manual to life and figuring it out.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a full-time job, and we have to pay bills. That does not mean that that's the only thing that means something in life. And in a lot of cases, for a long period of time, I feel like I just woke up a couple of years ago to really looking at what's deeper than the grind of the daily life, the corporate games, politics in general. It's like you try to, where I get frustrated is that I want to make a difference, right? I want to activate. I mean, and it takes numbers. Very few people. Maybe you can make differences in small ways and then have it, kind of pay itself forward.
I think
so
it's. I put it this way: when I look back on my younger life before I was more opened up to all of this, I feel like I don't even know that person, and that person was like on an autopilot, and like I was just I literally look back and the only thing I cared about was like partying and living and like whatever. And I look at it now and like I could never live that life that way again. It was so much simpler. And it's like I literally didn't have a care in the world because I was just like living. And not in a good way. It wasn't a good thing. And like now I think about things on such a bigger scale and it's like I could never go back to that simple way of life ever again. But also at the same time it was like interesting to think about it. Like I was like that once and I literally never thought outside of anything other than what was in my immediate view in front of me. Like absolutely nothing.
Exactly. God, you're not. I was like obviously I'm a lot older, so I waited a long time, but I was stuck in, I wanted to get a promotion. I wanted to be a boss. I wanted to be successful. I want to be the best. And it just became such a competition for something that now I'm like, dude, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm questioning the matrix of my own reality.
Okay.
When the hell did I?
Let me put it to you this way then, because here's the thing, and how I think it clicked for you. The thing is that title on that promotion is not because you want it. It's because you want other people to perceive you in a way because you have that title. So once you stop giving a shit about people caring about what your title is, it doesn't become your goal anymore. I don't care about people thinking I'm the manager, so I don't go into work trying to be the manager. And my life's a lot more fucking happier because of that. You know what I mean?
The ego was driving me. The ego was driving me because you want to be the best and you want to be recognized and you want to be like, hey,
exactly. And it's not
badass.
And that's what I mean.
That's not what it's about.
And at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's about what other people think about you. It's not about what you think about yourself. It's about how other people perceive you.
And I got to tell you, I know that we go through all crazy stuff in this online life, but I have met some people that have made me think so much differently and expanded and challenged my beliefs and expanded my horizons. So I want to hear different opinions.
Yep.
Even if they're making me cringe, sometimes that doesn't mean I have to eat them up and consume them, but I have to hear it because otherwise I can put on my rose-colored glasses and only see what I'm seeing right at the moment. And that's what's kept us so locked up for so long.
I think so too. I think that's a huge issue that people have and we've struggled with throughout all society is just being able to hear the opposite side of things, right? I think that's been a huge problem. I'm set in my beliefs and happy in them, and so I have no issue hearing other people's beliefs and arguments about things because it doesn't make me question my stuff. It just makes me interested about, let me hear what makes you tick. And I think once you stop being so defensive of your beliefs, you stop having conversations like that with people and you're a lot more open to the information that they're trying to tell you.
Yeah, you can't come in with your agenda because then you're not listening. You're not
Listen,
opening yourself up. If your only point is to convince somebody else that your point is right, then you're starting off on the wrong freaking
absolutely.
foot, man.
Lynn has an important comment. She says,
I'm
ego has
going.
its
Yeah, I'm
purpose
trying to.
too.
There you
1000%.
go.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I would not be where I am in life today without my goddamn horrible fucking inflated goddamn ego. Ego can be a bad thing, absolutely. But once you learn to control your ego, it becomes a tool for you to use things. I turned my ego into confidence. I don't have ego anymore. I have confidence. And there's a big difference between the two of
Oh,
those things. I
huge
know
difference.
humility as much
Yeah.
as I joke that I don't like that word. I know humility. I know how to ask for help when I need help. I know how to apologize. I know how to admit when I'm wrong. But I will do things with so much confidence and conviction, even if I'm right or wrong, that people will just genuinely believe what is I have to say. And that's a
Yeah,
huge thing that some people don't learn. It's why I got so good at doing things like sales and stuff like that. It's about confidence.
you are one of the, and I've said this before. You're one of those people that's so comfortable in their own skin, and most people do not feel that. Most people walk around life feeling uncomfortable in their own skin and pretending to be whatever people want them to be, whatever
But
makes them feel
that's
accepted. And I like
what you're
go ahead.
talking about is exactly what I was talking about earlier, and what it is I genuinely don't give two shits what other people think about me. So it genuinely allows me to be myself. Right, wrong, weird, normal, doesn't matter. I could give two shits less about what someone has to genuinely say about me because their opinion does not matter to me. And it
Yeah.
took a long time and a lot of trauma for me to get to that place, and I'm grateful that I learned it at such a young age, because people say things to me like, you're wise for your age, and I'm like, no, I've just been filled with trauma and I figured out how to navigate all of it properly. That's all. I learned how to
Yeah.
swim instead of drown. It's literally that simple.
Yeah. No, and every every one of us has been shaped by our experiences. I cannot
Shaped by
ever
100%.
try to imagine what's going on, even in my best friend's head. I cannot even try to imagine, because even if they're best friends with you, you know them to a certain extent, but not every single interaction. That's what
Yep.
makes you you. And
Yep.
they're usually so hidden. It's not stuff you share, it's just the essence of who you are, if that makes any sense. I
Yep,
think I'm rambling, but
absolutely.
I'm not
No,
sure. But
absolutely.
I really think that, it's like I've met such great people in this community that in the rat race that I was at for, first whatever amount of years, I'm not going to age myself. It's been eye-opening, but it's a blessing. And if anything, I want to circle it back to Thanksgiving coma. I am freaking grateful. I am grateful that I have a husband that actually gets into this as well. He has to hear me in the morning talk about some stuff that he's like, dude, I'm just waking up. And I'm like, what do you think it means? I'm like going down rabbit holes by 5 or 30 in the morning. Who knew I would ever be like that? It's I'm finding somebody that I like. And you know what? I'm just going to continue to do it. And I'm finding great people. And sometimes things will be challenging. But if you don't feel the bad, you're never going to appreciate the good.
Well,
So you got to learn from each experience.
It's like what you said earlier. So your past shapes who you are. It does not define who you are. When you let it define who you are, you use your past as an excuse for your actions in the present, and don't ever do that. Absolutely not. There is no excuse in the past for you to be acting a certain way that happened in the past. You have to learn from your experiences. And I am one of the people who says I am grateful for every single struggle and horrible and bad thing that has ever happened, because it's turned me into who I am today. And who I am today, I am abundantly in love with myself. And I couldn't have gotten to that point unless I was completely broken down and gone through all of that. So I would never, ever change anything, because I'm so happy with the outcome that I have. And I had to go through all of that to get to where I am today.
And I'm so glad you did. And I'm so glad I met
Me
you.
too.
And I did, because you've been so open, and it's been so easy to get to know you. And over time, we've been talking for almost a year,
Almost a year, yeah.
on and off. It's like more probably towards, starting in January, but still, these people say, these are real relationships, people. These are real people that you're seeing on your screens. These are real people. I mean, most of them might be bots, especially sex ones. I mean, but if you're talking to somebody on chat, they're human beings
Yeah,
behind this.
absolutely.
And we
Yeah.
have to remember that. And I love that we're here together today. And I want to take some time to do some readings if
Yes, let's
that's
do some readings. Yes,
okay. Do you
absolutely.
guys want readings on the chat?
You guys want me?
Some
Okay,
readings?
so again, I am not
I have
a
like open eyes from Chad Smith.
I am not a psychic or like professional card reader. I just like doing cards. I read from the book because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. The cards will speak to you if they speak to you. I'm doing the crystal oracle deck since we were doing
Isn't that
crystals
fitting?
today.
I love it.
So why don't you guys put like I always say put a 666 in the chat if you want a reading, but
That's to put a 666 since we have Jaimie in here. If you would like the reading, put a 666. Although Nathan already jumped on it.
he was
I
like
think.
me. Absolutely, Nathan.
Nathan's
I'll
like,
do you
me!
first.
Me! Okay, let's go start with Nathan because he kind of jumped. Yes, do me.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Let's
Look
see
at
what
that.
the cards have to say. I'm not going to do the cards jumping. We're just going to do pulling. So,
Oh,
because I know
wait,
we have a lot of people on the list. Yes.
wait. Before you do that, remember,
Okay.
we have mood.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Put on the music. Yes. Okay. Ooh.
Is that too loud?
No, it's perfect. All right, Nathan, you got number 4, the divine truth, Christ consciousness.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay. So let's see. It's number 4. Number 4, divine truth. So, the divine energy of your Christ consciousness and your higher self is now awakening. This powerful crystal has come as a reflection and sign that you are in a very expanded place in your life and are embodying the vibration of your higher self. A time when you are seeing things from the higher mind and not getting caught in the small stuff. You are starting to see the divine order in your life, and its blessings are coming in thick and fast. Your higher self is an all-loving, all-wise, all-knowing aspect of yourself that resonates at a higher frequency, and you have entered a time at which you are able to access these aspects of yourself. The medicine of this crystal is similar to the truth crystal, except that it connects the truth that resonates at the Christ consciousness level. It also assists in creating a deep connection to the ascended masters.
Awesome. Nathan, did that resonate with you? Is first floor, is the music a little bit better? It was a little bit loud.
I love that. Hellfire said, just came back. Why is everyone number of the beasting in here? Laugh out loud.
This is what happens. Whee! We're gonna party. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more.
I will say, I have a very dark
I'm
sense of
coming
humor. And 666 does not signify the devil to me, so it brings me joy that people type 666 in the chat.
Okay,
It's funny
we
to
got
me.
420 from Brown Dwarf, which
right,
I'm
Brown
pretty
Dwarf.
sure means get him a card.
Get him a card. All right, let's see.
Cards.
Let's see. Ooh, good fortune and abundance, number 18.
Ooh, look at that, Brown Dwarf.
Good fortune and
That Brown Dwarf? Yeah.
abundance. Ooh, this is a big book. Ooh,
I'm
what is
coming
it?
here.
I had it right here. All right, you ready, Brown Dwarf? Everything you touch is turning to gold. You have a magic touch, and good fortune is at your fingertips. This crystal resonates to the vibration of the number 8, which is the energy of good luck and representation, and represents the symbol of infinity and the never-ending vastness and expansion of opportunity available at all times. Abundance is your divine birthright, and the universe is offering this abundance to you more than ever. The energy of this crystal also has a very strong grounding presence to it, so you are being encouraged to stay grounded and present so you can receive this energy to its full potential. If you have been feeling out of luck lately, know that things are about to change and abundance is here and available for you.
Nice, Brown Dwarf. I hope you're up to some really cool stuff. Looks like you're going in the right direction. So whatever
like
you're
it, yes.
looking at, and hold on, let me go next. First floor
Lee.
audio.
All right, Lee, let's see what we got for you.
And start him off that list now. I'm using Chad's. I saw that Jake said he loves him. I say Rodney Paskey. Rodney Paskey. I don't have the effects. I have to do it in my mouth.
I know you gotta do that. I
Paskey.
know. All right, you got number 14, the Energizer, communication.
Ooh, Lee, you're the Energizer.
Let's see, number 14. Maybe 14 is a significant number to ya. All right. You have called this crystal into your awareness as it is an important time for communication. There is something in your life right now that you are not expressing, and it's affecting your overall well-being. It is incredibly important to practice good communications to maintain a healthy throat chakra and to feel free and confident in yourself. When you suppress, manipulate, and hold back the sharing of your thoughts and feelings, it can cause you and your relationships a world of confusion and create misunderstanding and conflict. You may find you sometimes hold back from saying what you truly feel to avoid hurting people's feelings, the possibility of being rejected, and because the fear of conflict. However, it's time for you to tune into what you were not saying. The medicine of this crystal is here to assist you. This crystal transports energy from one place to another and can help you move the suppressed energy in your throat. It will also assist you to express from a place of love and empowerment. Communication can also refer to listening. So currently there may be something you're not hearing.
Actually, that's the whole throat thing's kind of a trip. He was actually sick yesterday. He's been overdoing it with his throat, and he lost his voice, and he still did the show. And Lee, did that
resonate?
Lee, I saw he's still here. So
I hope so.
In a minute, I'm sure it resonated. Did
right.
I've talked to him enough that I feel like it resonated for him.
Good. All right.
From what I know.
Who's next, my love?
Paranormal Pixie
Laura. Yes, Laura. Yes, Laura. Let's see what the cards have. Ooh.
And while you shuffle, I'll just share that we got Lynn Hurley, Nathan already got his, right? Okay. Hectic Stargazers, Cindy, Angel Wings, Rich Cat, Cassie, Terry Brown, Hellfire Studios. Those. If you are not on that list and you would like a reading, please put a 666 on the chat. Go ahead with
all right, Laura,
reading next.
You got the number 13, Embracing the Shadow, which is the Shadow Love.
Which is Shadow Love. Is that the name of the crystal?
No.
No.
It's just Embracing the Shadow.
But when you show the cards, do they actually show the name of the crystal then?
No. This one is just the clear quartz. It's specifically, but it's specifically showing the lines and grooves inside of it here, the etchings that are inside of it. So, you are entering a time when your shadow aspects are coming to the surface for you to love, accept, and transform. You can no longer hide or deny these parts of yourself and are now being encouraged to integrate them fully into your being. Within your psyche, you have had a whole spectrum of personality traits, and when one of these parts is experienced in a negative light, you usually shame and judge yourself, which then pushes it into the unconsciousness where it plays havoc in your life and relationships. It's now time to shine some light and love on these unloved aspects of yourself. To fully integrate and accept these traits, a deeper space of awareness and compassion is required. Love will move from the shadow to the light, where you then have more choice in how they play out in your life.
Nice. I like those cards.
These are
great
cards.
I like that deck a lot.
They're good ones.
I
have some good decks, I'm not gonna lie.
So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3. There's about 5 or 6 people left, and then
perfect.
because we have unidentified S4, right?
Ooh, okay.
Coming up at 4
no
o'clock
problem.
Central, so
all
in about 45 minutes we're good.
Beautiful.
We have time, and then I have an outro
for Lynn. Lynn, you got the Inner Child card, Innocence, number 31, and that is a pink amethyst.
Oh, that's pretty, Lynn.
Let's see, number 31. Back of the book. All right, Lynn. The Inner Child crystal has appeared to brighten your world. It's a sign that you've been taking life too seriously, and it's time to let go of the burdens of life. This crystal radiates the medicine of joy, play, and happiness, and helps to awaken your innocence and laughter of your inner child. Children radiate joy and have no worries in the world, making the most of each moment and enjoying the magical enchantment of life. This place is alive within you at all times. However, the stress and responsibility of life can keep it hidden. You are now being invited to rekindle the lightness and playfulness energy in your life. Have you been feeling a little bit down and flat? Have you lost your joy in life? Do you feel like you have old wounds from childhood that are affecting your life? Do you feel as though your energy is drained and out of balance? Call in your inner child and do something that sparks your joy. Painting, drawing, singing, playing like a child, face painting or swimming, practicing in something that awakens your inner child will connect you to happiness and bring you back to a state of magic.
I know for a fact that had to resonate with Lynn.
Yeah.
I mean, I know because, yeah, I know I'm not going to cry. I'm not there yet. It could happen. She said, don't cry, Chris. But that makes sense to me, Lynn, right? Doesn't that make sense to you?
So my spirit guides are a little bit brutal.
Dude.
So when they pull cards, they're kind of going for the throat.
No, but read into it. I mean, she's gone through a lot of changes because she had to move. So it definitely, it's something resonates. So let's get a
joy in there. I love that.
Thank you, Lynn. You need joy. You need to start playing more.
Play more.
Hectic, Stargazer Cindy.
All right, let's do it. I got you, babes. Let's see what the cards
got you, babes.
You have got, Soul Connection, Deeper Connection, number 8. It's another clear quartz, but it's the nice double point.
Oh, that's pretty.
All right, let's see. Number 8. Number 8.
This has been so lovely.
Oh, I love you, Mom.
Jaimie. I love it. I love you too.
You are manifesting a deep soul connection into your life. Everything is weaved together by threads of energy, and everything is at a core of existence. This medicine brings the gap between two things, helping dissolve the illusion of separation and drawing their similar vibrations together. Powerful crystal medicine is coming through at this time because you have been working on aligning and raising your vibration to attract a soul connection into your life. A connection that can be a range of things, such as an instrument, the earth, a talent or interest, a sport, or your family, child, lover, or friend. Whatever it is that that you're attracting, know that this energy is here to assist you to create a deeper soul connection.
So, Cindy, is there something new in your life that, it's kind of calling you and you're wondering? It's interesting. You never know. I always look for signs. Angel Wings is next. And then after that, we just got 4 more. And
beautiful.
This is lovely.
All right, let's see for Angel Wings. You got, Nirvana Quartz. Clearing Trauma, number 32.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, 32.
I'm gonna have to get that deck. That's really
You should.
cool.
I'll send a picture
I
of it
really
to you.
love it. Yeah,
It's a really
Isis crystals. Yeah, I'll look it up and then.
Well, and honestly, I'm only reading part of it, but then also on here, if you get it, it has like how to use the crystal and meditate it to help and things like that. So it has like a lot of stuff inside of it.
Yeah, because I want to get more into meditation because I am like ADD like you and I don't do it, so it's horrible. Anyway,
no,
Angel
I feel
Wings.
you. All right, so you have called this powerful crystal teacher into your awareness as you are clearing out old karmic patterning from your soul. What you are currently going through is a powerful life lesson that requires your full attention and awareness. You have been working through this trauma for lifetimes, and now you have the opportunity to master this very important life lesson. What is karma, you may ask? The universe is made up of energy, and it's governed under certain laws, one of which is the law of cause and effect, that every action creates an equal reaction or response. Another law is the law of return. Whatever energy expressed will eventually return. When you translate these laws into your everyday life, you receive karma. Whatever action you take as an equal or opposing reaction, and its energy eventually comes back to you. It's a feedback system to your soul that creates the opportunity for you to learn and grow. You are learning some profound soul lessons from challenging experiences life has dealt you. It is time to learn from this karma as you start to fully understand these lessons and integrate their wisdom into your life. If you don't immediately recognize the lesson, it will return amplified and become more painful and challenging so that you can finally wake up to the pattern that is keeping you stuck and stagnant. Sometimes you think the whole universe is against you when really it's supporting and guiding you to potential soul lessons.
Wow. Angel Wings. I know that Angel Wings, like, she's very much into all this stuff. It's like she's really reads into, I don't see her popping up, but I'm sure, there she is. I got it. LOL. All uppercase. Jaimie style. I love Jaimie style. Okay. Rich Cat, Kathy, if you're still around, we're going to do a reading for Rich Cat Ranch. And then we got 3 more. We're done.
All right, Rich Cat Ranch. Ooh.
Rich Cat, Kathy, she's here.
The
Hi,
time travel, present moment, number 9.
Mm.
Okay, let's see. Number 9. Okay. One page too many. You will now be able to move through the timeline of your past life experiences at will and with intention. The power is in the here and now, and everything is happening in the present moment. Your awareness and energy need to be in the now so that you can manifest, heal, and create. Time is an illusion, and even though it's challenging to understand and getting your head wrapped around this illusion, it's true. By using your intentions, you will and can expand yourself into the past and future, and draw this awareness into the now. This process is very useful in healing. If, for example, you've had a traumatic experience in the past that you would like to heal and release from, you would expand your awareness into your past memory of the trauma and drop in love and compassion in the present, which will dissolve the trap energy around the trauma that is held in your body and allow deep healing to occur. You can also travel into your past lives to retrieve wisdom and lessons of those lives, and even travel into the future to plant seeds of manifestation to birth it into the now.
Lovely. Kathy, I hope you're doing well, friend. And we'll be talking soon. I'm going to be visiting you in person because it's like, oh my. Yeah. Jaimie's readings are, Jaimie's
My
decks
spirit
that
guys
she
don't
gets
fuck
don't
around.
mess around. They're
No,
they're very,
my decks
they're
are
as
very-
direct. But you know what? Think about it. They're your spirit guides.
I was like,
That makes sense.
I
This
only
is
have,
you,
I
know?
only have
Yeah.
3. No, I only have 4 decks because I'm very particular about what it is I buy and what I use, because I very much, my spirit guides tell me what to buy or not buy. I'm very much believe that.
Next, Forensic Mystics, which is Cassie.
Ooh, Miss Cassie. All right, Cassie.
While
let's
you
see.
shuffle that, so Forensic Mystics will be back tomorrow. And Forensic Mystics is me and Cassie. True crimes, true mysteries, paranormal twists, and we'll be covering the kidnapping of the Lindbergh baby.
Ooh,
So,
I love that. All right.
yeah, we got in
Cassie.
trouble already before. By the way, we got our first warning, Jaimie.
Oh, I love that.
We got
That's
a
a
warning
vibe.
on YouTube for a Maryland show. Mhm.
Ooh.
So yeah,
I have plenty of
we're going
those.
places. We're going anyway. Go ahead.
That's
Let's
what you know.
read
All
for
right,
Cassie.
you got the Pleiadian Azurite disc, which is the fifth dimensional activation, number 24. But also, look how pretty that is. Look at that color.
Oh, the seven sisters.
Gorgeous.
I see
All right,
the Pleiades every night from the sky.
Me
So
too.
beautiful.
The Pleiadians have shown up to offer you a powerful intuition. They are here to activate your DNA from third dimensional consciousness, the fifth dimensional consciousness. Also, Cassia, I'm like 100% sure that you've gotten this card multiple times when I've had this deck and I've pulled your card for you.
Has she really?
I'm pretty sure,
good.
yeah.
That's
Planet
good.
Earth is raising her vibration and letting everyone and everything upon her is encouraged to make the shift. In a fifth dimensional reality, you live more in your higher consciousness and heart and in the angelic state of your being, where you are able to ground this awareness into your physical body. Your thoughts manifest at an accelerated rate, and you come from a deep place of love and clarity, becoming the best version of yourself in the physical form with the ability to access your superconscious mind. The Pleiadians are your soul ancestors and have seeded the human race with their DNA from the beginning of time, just as your earthly family are your blood ancestors. The Pleiadians are your galactic soul ancestors and are here to guide and support you and raise your vibration. The Pleiadians come from a star system in our universe and reside in a higher dimension of reality. They can time travel at will anywhere in the cosmos and are here to assist humanity through their current awakening.
Wow. That's perfect for Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie's
sure
like,
she's
got the voice of an angel, and I mean it. It's just, she just has this peace, this inner peace that's just so palpable. And Pleiadians make sense to me for her. So here we go, last two. We got Terry Brand.
All right, Terry.
Brand.
Let's see what it has for you.
Blueberry, banana,
Ooh.
pineapple, berry.
You got number 11, the Balancer Stone, grounding.
There we go.
Number
One more.
11.
11.
All right. Ooh. One day I'm going to have all these memorized, but I have No memorization skills.
You have so much going on that I
know,
can't
I
even
do.
imagine you having to memorize all that on
I
top of
know, that's what I'm
everything else you
saying.
do.
Right?
So, yeah, no,
So-
don't worry.
You are entering into a time in your life when it's important to find a sense of balance. Energy's natural flow is to find a place of balance in life. And life is in constant search of its equilibrium. You are being invited to align with this life force energy. When you can achieve balance in your life, it allows you to experience a deeper sense of calm and clarity where things flow with more ease and grace. You can easily tip your energy out of balance by focusing your attention too much on one area and not tending to the others. You could be out of balance mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and this card can be a sign that your chakras are also out of balance.
Very cool. Terry, did that resonate with you? That makes sense. I think that's been kind of an overall theme for the day.
Right?
With
Balance.
stones, it's all about balancing. So one last one. I think Hellfire wanted
Ooh,
was the
Hellfire, right.
666, the number of the beast.
All right, let's do
Hell
ya.
and fire will
And then I'll
soon
pull
be
one for
released.
you, Mom, and then I'll pull one
Yes,
for you,
I'd
too.
love one. I'd
All
love
right.
one. I don't have that deck, so I can't pull one for you, but I would
It's
love
okay.
one for you.
All right, so we
Love
have the
you.
Amethyst Awakening, which is Healing Addictions, number 27, Hellfire.
Hellfire.
That one's a
That's
beautiful piece.
pretty. That's
Was
gorgeous.
it 27? 20. Wrong way. I don't know math. No, I'm joking. I know math.
It's all right. I know you know math.
Although it is a joke that I don't know how to read, and that always is hilarious to me because I literally like read things here, but it's like everyone thinks I don't know how to read. It's so funny to me.
You read them.
I know all the. It's just
You're
it's so funny.
Silly. You're silly.
You know, you have entered into a powerful and important time when you have the ability and strength to heal your addictive behaviors. You are encouraged to be honest and ask yourself exactly what your addictions are. An addiction is anything you can do that encourages you to escape from your pain. It can even be something that seems positive for you. However, when done with the intention of escape, becomes a distraction. It is a normal part of the psyche to run from pain, but it is now time to stop, surrender, and sit with why you feel numb, the need to feel numb. Addiction breeds shame, and shame keeps you held in addiction. So the first step is to come to terms with it and heal the shame. It is important to be extremely gentle and kind with this process and give yourself lots of love and care.
Nice. Well, Hellfire, hopefully he was listening. If not, come back. I'll remind him to go check it out. Guessing. So,
All right,
well,
mommies.
that was it, my friend.
No, I'm pulling yours.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
right, me.
Mom,
Mom. Oh,
Mom.
crap. Here we go. Mom popped
Number
out.
22, Inner Self.
Oh my God.
New
This is
gifts.
back to what you did this
I
morning.
know, because my
God
cards,
bless America.
my
bless
goddamn
America.
cards have a sense of sick humor. They are sadistic and they like to prove a point. All right, this is a very exciting, powerful, and creative time in your life in which you have new gifts and talents opening up to you. The medicine of this crystal helps to amplify your natural gifts and talents and assists you to manifest them into reality. Your creative energy is on fire and pulsing through you with new inspirations. So harness this energy and tune into the new talents that are coming through. You are encouraged to take time to work with, nurture, and connect to this energy within you to birth this newness into your life. Where do you like to focus your creative energy? Do you dream of playing a musical instrument? Would you like to align to a new healing modality? Do you feel the creation of a book coming through? Or do you like painting or drawing? Or have you got a deeper expanding awareness coming through? Make sure to give yourself the gift of blessing of creating. Work with the inner self crystal so you can peel back the layers so you can discover your creative energy. It's time to dance to a new vibration and allow it to manifest joy and magic into your world.
Wow. Okay. The universe definitely trying to tell me something.
I know.
Because this matched the reading you gave me, which matched the reading that Chad gave me at the same time this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, life's trying to tell me something. Okay, so we got 22 minutes. Do you think we got?
I was
room
like, yeah,
for
let's
two
do Lynn.
quick
Yeah,
ones?
yeah. Let's
we
do
got
Lynn. Let's pull one for Piper.
Yeah, this is Piper, and then Tony Introvert. Let's do Piper. Piper's
Piper, it says awakening number 5, emotional intelligence.
Ooh, good one.
Okay, let's see what Piper. Number 5. Piper's a dog, right?
No, Piper's her daughter.
Oh, daughter. Why did I think
Yeah.
it was her dog?
No, it's okay. No,
Sorry.
that's Lulu.
Lulu. Okay, there we go, Lulu.
Lulu
Okay.
is the star of Mindforked. But
All right.
go ahead.
So, Piper, this is for you. You have entered into a powerful time of emotional cleansing and healing as the awakening crystal, one of the most powerful on the planet, holds the medicine of emotional intelligence and healing of humanity. It helps to bring love and awareness to painful emotions that have been suppressed due to fear and misunderstanding, and promotes a safe space for challenging feelings to come to the surface and to be accepted and honored.
Love.
The awakening crystal brings understanding to why people trigger your deeper emotions and helps you to take responsibility for your feelings and not project them onto others. It opens a space for you to see beyond the trigger, connecting you with the original source of pain. Working with this medicine in this way can minimize depression and anxiety. It empowers empaths to distinguish between their own feelings and emotions and those of other people's, and helps support the journey to overcome all types of addictions, as it encourages you to self-soothe from within.
That makes sense, Piper. Hopefully you were listening to that one. We got your reading. If not, you rewind and watch it a little while, and then we got 2 more, and that's it.
Okay.
After
No problem,
Aaron's the last
okay.
one, so we got
Let's do Tony.
Tony and Tony Boboni. Hi,
I'm
Tony.
excited to do Aaron too. Okay. So.
Yeah, I know. Aaron is gonna be the closing, and then we're gonna say we're gonna find out what you're up to next, and then
All right,
we're gonna
deal.
do an outro and go to unidentified.
All right. So you got number 15, the ancient healing cord cutting stone.
Oh, ancient healing. That's lovely,
you-
Tony.
You need to let go of some things. Let's see what it says. You have moved into a time of cleansing and are being given an opportunity to clear your energy field from unwanted vibrations. Lately, you have been taking on other people's vibes, and now it's time to cut the cords. You may be asking, what is an etheric cord? These cords are created when you have a codependent relationship with another person that can drain you of energy and cause feelings of guilt and obligation. They are the natural part of having a human connection and nothing to be ashamed of or worried about. However, it's time that you set yourself free from emotional restraints, as they are currently not serving you.
Makes sense.
You gotta cut
And
some
Tony,
shit out.
and then Tony, hopefully that resonated with you.
Hope it did.
And the last one, the last reading of the day will go to Aaron Desario.
All right,
And I'm so
Aaron.
glad, because this is like a very nostalgic for me.
To have him here.
Because I haven't
know.
seen Aaron. I see him in some chats, but I haven't seen him in so long, so I'm excited. Tell us, what does universe have to say to
He
Aaron?
got the One Love Unconditional Love card, number 16.
Oh, that's pretty.
All right, let's see. Number 16. What does this got to say for ya? You are being encouraged to see your current situation from a different point of view, to see things from a more expanded place of unconditional love. It is very easy to get stuck in a certain way of being and seeing things in a particular way that can cause confusion and conflict. You are being asked to expand yourself and your awareness into a more loving point of view, and possibly to see things from the other side of the coin. When you shift your perspective, it shifts the old energy and offers a different experience of things. Whatever you put your focus onto will amplify and manifest, and it's time to find the positive in your situation. This crystal holds deep love and wisdom, and it encourages you to find an expanded space in your heart where you can create harmony and love.
Wow. Hold on. That was Aaron. Did that make sense?
Did that hit with you, Aaron? I'll have to think about
So-
that one. Okay, all right.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. He is that type that he'll think it through.
You'll
He
think
won't
about
react
it.
right
Maybe
away.
he'll hit
That's
you
just
later.
kind of how he does it. So
Mhm.
you know what I totally forgot to do today, and I'm really mad about it. Was put your buy me coffee. Remember that was the last thing I was trying to do. Was buy me a
yeah.
coffee. You guys, if you enjoyed today's show, please go buy me a coffee to that one time I was abducted by aliens, TOTIWABA. I'm gonna put it on the thing on the show. Please, I don't have a buy me a coffee for me. Eventually, when I retire, I will. But for now, I want to make sure that you guys are all taken care of. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like to spread the joy, and I'm sorry Remember I was telling you, I was like,
It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. I would much rather everyone go subscribe to that one time I was abducted by aliens over on YouTube, please. That's where we got the TOTIWABA multiverse. I got me and a whole gang of 4 other people over there. We have Bobby's Cryptid Corner this week. We're doing.
What are you doing?
I want to say her name is Griel, but I'm probably saying it wrong. She is the witch, the cannibal witch of Christmas.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yes, we're going.
That sounds seriously cool.
We're going with this holiday season. We're going with all of the cryptids who eat children for not being good. So we have a whole slew of the darker side of Christmas over on the channel, and then we also have the Super Serious Science Show, which is on Thursdays, which is
new,
AKA.
yeah.
Well, it's not really new. It's just AKA. It used to be called Butt Stuff. Now it's called Super Serious Science Show. That will be this week on Thursday. And then the biggest thing we have coming up is the end of next month is the Golden Probes, which we are in probe mode right now. I will say to you guys, the rest of this weekend I am working on the website, so voting can go up. As soon as the voting website is up, we'll be announcing the categories and the nominations. It's all already done. It's just about me getting it up on the website and finding time for it. So hopefully within the next few days, you guys will see that. We're going to do a live where we'll go live and go over all the nominations and stuff like that. So we're really excited about that.
Oscar announcement.
Exactly.
Like
Literally.
And now so you have to do it really early in the morning.
I'm also going to tell you too, I do have a full-blown red carpet dress that I went and purchased to wear for the Golden Probes.
I cannot wait for this.
Not joking around. Last year I had an all black gown. This year you guys are going to be shocked. I saw it. I took a picture, sent it to Breed, was like this one, and she was like, yes.
Heights is here.
And also anybody who wants to participate in the probes, whether it be voiceovers, we're also going to be doing things like commercials and stuff like that. Hit us up in the DM. We want as many people as involved as possible. So if you want to be involved, just hit me up. I will be more than happy to give you an assignment.
Well, I love it. I love what you're doing.
Thank you, Mom. And thank you for having me today. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, thank you. Have me whenever you want. Absolutely.
We'll do this again, and
I'll bring Bree with me next time.
Yes, next time is Bree is the 2 daughters.
Yes, I'll bring Bree with me next time.
Bree and Jaimie. Because
thank you.
So it's been just an absolute pleasure.
No, thank you, Mom.
Chat, everybody.
Thank you,
so much. Lee, thank you for incognito as usual. And then I'm gonna see us off with something a little different.
Yes.
It's just a moment of zen. And if you're wondering if it leaves you going, what? Remember that this is Mindforked, so that is the point. So if you walk away going, huh? Yeah, that's what you're about to get. So I love you guys. Be kind to each other. Have a great week. I'm gonna put us backstage. I'm gonna pop this up. Stay Mindforked. Peace.